All right. I'd say good morning. I don't know if it is where you're at. It is here. Had a pretty decent night last night. Rained quite a bit. And the wind, as you can hear probably in the background, it's kicking. It's supposed to be very windy all day, gust up to 40. So that'll make it interesting. And I got a beaver dam to cross today, maybe. Might have to take the bypass for all the rain we had. As you could see from yesterday's pictures and video, we had quite a bit of rain on the trail, or water I should say. It didn't get any better. Thank God I didn't have, too far to go. I think I had, I don't know, maybe a mile to get to the campsite from where I had that rocky water crossing. And then it dumped. I mean, it just rained. Luckily, there was a long enough delay between rainstorms. I was able to get the tent set on up. I ended up spending a couple hours in the tent, actually. It was fairly early, about 3 o'clock. But I spent a couple hours just sitting in the tent, doing nothing, staying dry. Because, of course, I wasn't at a shelter. And, it let up again. Long enough for me to go out, make a cup of coffee, get something to eat, and hit the tree line, so to speak, and back to the tent. And I don't think I was in the tent, probably 2 seconds, and the skies opened up again. So it wasn't too bad as far as cold. Of course, the quilt does a wonderful job. I don't know how many of you have seen the Featherstone quilt, but I'm telling you what, that thing will cook you. If you're a hot sleeper, I don't know if you're a cold sleeper, obviously it could make a difference. But man, yeah, I was like snug as a bug in a rug. And I was in my skivvies, so that should tell you something. Anyway, today it's 10 miles, big day today. Beaver Dam crossing, gonna stop at the shelter, I think. Probably get a little lunch, late breakfast, whatever. And then, put up at another campsite for the night. Got a big climb tomorrow. Depending on how that climb goes, I may just hold up at William Penn's shelter, or I might just push to the car. If I can get to the car before it gets, real dark, I guess it doesn't matter if it's dark. If my legs are good, probably is the wiser thing to say, then yeah, I think I'll get to the car and get headed back south instead of having to do it on a Monday. So anyway, there we go. I'll show you what I see along the way. I'm sure a beaver dam will be part of it. And y'all have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. We're moving on. They're complaining about not having enough water. Yeah, we got plenty. Nice little stream right here. That's a spring, and it's running good, as you can see, all the way down the trail. So it's been somewhat okay, a little sloppy, but definitely sloppy too here. So it slows you down. You gotta pick your spots, obviously. I'm about, I don't know, 3/4 mile in, so we'll see what the rest of the day brings. Beaver swamp. Oh, while it's not impossible to get through that kind of mess with dry feet, it's a challenge, no question. Several spots. I don't know, maybe 20 or 30 I've been through in the last, I guess I'm coming up on 4 miles. So yeah, been an interesting morning for sure. And I've been told at least twice now to do the bypass for the beaver dam. So that looks like what it'll be. I just need to see what the bypass distance is and then make a decision. Apparently waist deep water, so. All right, so I'm guessing this is the feeder into the beaver dam, or beaver swamp, whatever you want to call it. And with all the rain last night and the way that water is running, I think the bypass is inevitable. Even having been told that, it'd be best to do the bypass because you're probably waist deep water. I wouldn't be a bit surprised. That water is running. Right? Oh. It's a pretty little site down in there, and I'm almost to the Raj Gap shelter. I'm probably half a mile away. So, anyway, pay attention to what I'm doing. There you have it. We're moving along. So dead center is what we were looking at just a few minutes ago. There's a small stream here. It comes off the trail and feeds into the creek. And then look at this thing. Holy Christmas. Yeah, that water's moving, no question. And I'll bet you it's cold as could be. It's about 40 degrees. So, yeah. Not into swimming today. All right. Move on. This is a quaint little shelter. This is Raj Gap. You can't tell by the sign. Privy up and back. Looks to be some tent sites back in there, or makeshift ones. Definitely tent sites over in there. You can see them breaking camp over here. Nice little spot. Looks like you could put about 6 tents in there, maybe a little less. But yeah. But I think the coolest feature here is going to be, one second while I get done playing around, let me take it back around. Wait till you see this spring. And spring it is. Holy criminy. I'll be filling up here for sure. I'm walking around the backside of the shelter because the water is running down the steps. I'm gonna bust my butt trying to do that. So around the backside of the shelter, if you really wanted to, you could sleep on the roof. Nah, don't think so. That raging creek is on down below, down that way. I suspect that's what's feeding that beaver swamp. I think that's what they call it, beaver swamp. Anyway, here's our spring. Check this thing out. It's pretty cool. Don't have to fight for water here. Well, this, of course, is probably July or August. But, yeah. It's a nice little quaint place. I was going to, hang on a minute. So, I was going to last night, or yesterday afternoon, I was considering moving, keep going from Yellow Springs Campground. And the hike to here is about 4.7. And it was raining, and I thought, I don't know. And I don't know if I got the legs to do it. I am here to tell you, I am so glad I decided to stay where I stood. Yeah. Not that it was hard, but if I had tried to do it yesterday after, 7 miles, just under 7 miles, it wouldn't have been good. But there you have it. We're just stopping here for a little lunch break. And then we're going to move on and head for another campsite further down the trail, further north. If I make that, then meeting my goals for the day, I'll probably get there a little early. Wishful thinking. I do have an up on the way. It doesn't look to be too bad. And the beard is going nuts. So, all right. Talk to you later. Not moving on. Not now. Yeah, so this is over behind the privy. Nice little spot there. And you could put plenty of tents in here. I'd say probably easily, I don't know, 8, 10, depending on what. I mean, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, if you're going for luxury. But yeah, I mean, nice little spot. So, and it's right near to the privy, and you got another little spot right over here. Right here in this little knob. I'd be kind of concerned about widowmakers there, but got some old trees here. Over here, not so bad, but and not a bad view. And, you know, we are in the woods after all. All right, well, there you have it. I'm gonna go grab a bite to eat and get on our way. All right, moving on. So you see that ridge line out in front of us, that's what I came off of this morning. And yeah, we're on our climb up to the next mountain. As you can see, pretty steep. I did do the bypass. Yeah, we're up there. We're getting there. But I did do the bypass. The way that water was running, I wasn't taking a chance, and I wasn't going to walk down to it. I wasn't sure how far down it was, but just based on what I saw at the bridge, certainly settled my mind. Do the extra 1.5 miles. Stay dry. So, and stay alive. Yeah, you know, you never know. Water does crazy things. So, we're moving on, and I'll get to you at the next point of view. I wasn't expecting this, but I'll take it. Looks like a burned out area here. I don't know how long ago, but it took a lot of stuff down. But there you be. I wasn't expecting that kind of view today. But there you be. There you have it. Moving along, way off in the distance there. And that little gap. I do believe that it's I-81. Be crossing that, if not today, tomorrow for sure. I'm not sure about today. We'll see how the lakes feel. But there you be, pretty view for sure. So I'm almost to my planned campsite for tonight. I'm about 2 miles out, but that'll make a pretty good day. I think 11 miles. But yeah, that mountain in front of us, that's where we're going up tomorrow. I'm fairly sure. We get up to the top of that, and then we run the ridge line on down this way. All indications are that's what it is. I sure hope that's what it is. I hope that ain't what I gotta go up to get to my campsite. But if it is, so be it. I'll get there eventually. Pretty little meadow here. You know, I suppose you could pop a tent up in here if you wanted to, but not me. Not doing it. Moving on. I got a campsite picked out. I'm hoping like heck it's empty. So, moving on.